Alright guys, we have an interesting one here today. This game is called Gravity Chase. I have a lot of things I'd like to say about this game, some of them good, most of them bad unfortunately. It's kind of hard to explain some of it, so I hope I convey it well enough. But without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? So this game, Gravity Chase, came out not long ago. It is an indie title, and it seems to be based around the Wipeout series. Now, I've been a big fan of the Wipeout series since PlayStation 1. I have been well into the games and absolutely adored this genre for a very long time. So when I came up to this title after watching the trailer, I had some high hopes. And while this game does definitely have some potential, at first glance, it is, well, it's a letdown, to be honest. I've included some footage into the clips behind me of Wipeout, one of its direct competitors, so we can compare the games and see where this game lacks and where that one lacks, and hopefully come to a good middle ground, you know? So, the first thing to say about this game is it came out very recently, and honestly, its graphics are just not good enough. For a game that came out not long ago, even on an indie development studio, this does not look as good as Wipeout that came out for the PlayStation 2 in 2007, and that's not good enough. We as gamers have been spoiled a lot, and graphics are not everything. But unfortunately, normally when graphics matter less, it's because the gameplay makes up for it. Now, this game has tried to introduce a new gimmick by adding a 360-degree track, but it just makes the gameplay worse. They sacrifice playability. A lot of the time you don't know what's going on the other side of the track. You end up spinning out in circles. It just adds a dynamic that's unnecessary. The weapon mechanics, bad. Unfortunately, they're just little dots that get flung at the enemy, and the shield animation is just a flash. It's not good enough. In the background now, you'll see some gameplay from, like I said, Wipeout from the PlayStation 2 days. And it just looks so much better, so much smoother. The animations for weapons and shields are there, and it looks good. Like, for a game that came out, you know, a couple of months back, this is not good enough. It's just not. I cannot recommend this game in the state it is in now. Now, if the developers were to revamp some of the animations, add some new weapons and stuff, maybe. But for now, honestly, the issues outweigh any positives the game has. And those are few and far between. The music is top notch. I really like it. It's got a good funky beat. It's the feel of the races and stuff. And the background, the showpiece that the races take place in are really good. I like them. They definitely seem to fit the genre, but the other aspects of the game just fall too short for me. That's not to say it's a bad game, and as an indie development studio, they've got a lot to learn from any kind of mistakes they make at this point. But it comes down to the fact that I would not recommend this game for a fan of the genre, purely because it falls too short in some of the aspects I think are most important. So there's not much more I can really say here. I hope you enjoyed this review and found it helpful, and if any of the developers would like to reach out and ask for more specifics or anything, I'm happy to share as a fan of the genre. But without further ado, my name's Mad Rush, this is the Madhouse, and you guys are fucking awesome. I hope you have a wonderful morning, evening, or night, whatever the case may be, and I'll see you all in the next one.